What's back-a-lacking, guys? I'm the Duck Quack here, and welcome back to another Marquee matchup video on the channel today. So in the video, just like last time, we're going to have a look at a few games that I feel could be the most profitable, selling on hype more than anything. And if you want a full breakdown on the games that I feel have a real chance, make sure you check out the article that goes live on Footbin every week, which should have already gone live by the time this video goes out, I hope. Anyway, so without further ado, let's just start off this game, and we will move straight into a big one to start off with. It's going to be the Bundesliga, and we're going to be looking at, not consumables, but Bayern Munich against Borussia Dortmund. Now, this is quite a big game. I don't expect these teams to rise too much on hype, but we have got tons of gold options available to us for both teams. So if we're investing in this one, we're looking more for the profit to come when the SBC drops. We're hoping that the requirements are 3, maybe 4 players. That would be a dream from the 2 clubs. And that it's got a rating requirement that we can prepare for in advance. If we're looking for the safer investments, the big money on hype ones though, this isn't the one. But this is one that could pay off well when it is actually released. We've got other fixtures across the big leagues. So we've got games in the Premier League, which we're not going to include because they've already had one this week. We've got a couple of potential games in the Serie A, but we're not going to include those either. Instead, we're going to have a look at one here. It's going to be ASSE against FC Lyon. Is it FC Lyon? It's Olympic Lyon, isn't it? Of course it is. So very much the same kind of situation again. Absolutely tons and tons of gold players available for both teams. Whether or not this one's included, again, just like the Bundesliga one, I don't know. That's what's made investing in these marquee matchups so much riskier recently, because EA have changed up the requirements. It doesn't matter if it's a big game, a big derby or whatever. They can just include what they want, and it's still classed as marquee matchups to them. So that's why I'm such a big fan of investing for very low prices and selling during the hype. Something that I don't feel this game can do, like the Bundesliga one. But if you're looking for something to hold, these could be fantastic choices. Moving on to the next one, and do we go? Yeah, let's go for this one now. This is my pick of the week. So this is the one that, well, I haven't gone big investing in it because you can see my coin totals. But if I could go big, this would be the match I would go big on. And the reason for it is we have no gold players. No gold players for Brøndby, but Copenhagen have one, I think Copenhagen have. Just the one Greek guy. So barely any gold players. And that's why I like this investment so much. If we have a look now, we look for 200 coins. The market still has a few players, not loads, but we still have the potential. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. I'm making this video to try and help you. But while we're here, I'm just going to buy them all. Yeah, like I was saying, there's not a lot of players going for 150, 200 anymore, as the hype has already kicked in. But there's all silver and bronze, apart from that one gold, which only leaves room for hype. Even if these players only got to 1,000 coins by Tuesday from hype, that's still a massive profit that we could be making from them. And it's something that I think the way marquee matchups should work for us now is we should be investing to sell on hype. Those big wins that you get when you guess something correct, like the Melbourne players, and it comes in, they're so much harder to predict. This method at the moment is, well, personally, this is my favourite method. We are going to just check Copenhagen as well. You've got quite a few more ones here. Mainly all the goalkeeper guy, though, which I don't want to go crazy on, because goalkeepers don't usually increase quite as much, but, oh, screw it. We're just going to buy them all here. So, yeah, like I was saying anyway, there's teams that have no gold players. You're forced to go for bronze and silver. And because gold packs aren't opened quite as much as the bronze and silver packs, then the supply just isn't there on the market. And even if the supply is there for a little while, it's not replenished at the same rate. We've got squad battle rewards and we've got weekend league rewards that are released. And these just simply replenish. All the gold players that are used up or picked up for investments or whatever, they are just put back onto the market from these packs. This doesn't happen with these bronze and silver players, which is why we see such big price swings just based on hype alone. If you are investing in these guys, if you've got the time, bid and try and pick up silver players for 150, 200 coins. If you haven't got the time, then just do what I'm doing. Pick them up for 200 when you can. Moving on to the next one. I'm just reading off my guide here, so I'm not just looking to the side stupidly. There is logic to it. We've got Basel Young Boys, but Basel's in this one, so I can't see that being included. This, though, this is another big one that I really believe has a chance coming up. So we're moving over to the Russian League. And we've got CSKA Moscow against Lokomotiv Moscow. Now, We haven't seen a single Russian game included in marquee matchups from what I can recall, so we are so long overdue one. It is the same issue here. We're going to be picking up gold players. We're going to be picking them up for around their discard price again, and we are probably going to be waiting for the marquee matchup to drop. But the fact that we haven't actually seen one of these come up yet is something that I really like. This might not be a massive derby or anything like that, but it is first place against second place. Huge game in the Russian league, and just based off that alone, I kind of fancy this game. We're going to move on to, where is the Argentinian league? I think it's back there, it is. So, in the Argentina league, we have got River Plate against Boca Juniors. Now, this one is getting a lot of hype and a lot of people interested in it already. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. There's so many gold players available for it already. So many gold players across the two clubs. I think the River Plate have even more than Boca Juniors as well. Let's just double check that, though, to make sure. Maybe not more, but a few. A good handful, at least. And because the gold players are here, I don't expect the hype to rise the prices quite as much. Saying that, if you're waiting for the event, or I could be completely wrong, you could think, well, I believe this match is going to be best. There is still a lot of potential in this game, and I still like the idea of picking it up. I just wouldn't put it top of my list. I really like this Copenhagen derby myself. Moving down, I think we will talk about just one more game then for this tier. And for it, we are looking for the Mexican League. There it is. So, we have got Guadalajara against Atlas in this game. And it's pretty much the same situation as before. We have got gold players available. Not a whole bunch of them, though. So if we are investing in this derby, we want to be picking up golds, ideally for discard if we can, because they're going to be useful. But golds, well, yeah, golds for this team when there's loads of golds. But if we go back to Atlas, I think there was only the 1 or 2 golds available. Literally 1 or 2 golds. So the supply is going to run quite dry for them quite quickly, which is why I like picking up silvers for maybe 200 coins. If we can pick up silvers here for basically discard value, nothing for 300. So they're already starting to rise. If we can be bidding on these guys, picking these guys up, it's all about the hype now. It's no longer important to guess the matches right. It's just important to guess what card has, work out even, what card has the least supply on the market, what card is likely to get hyped up as a match, and what card is likely to resultingly give me the most profit without any event being released and 0 risk being taken. And that is what you guys need to start working out with marquee matchups. Of course, for the other games you think are going to come in, pick up a few players at least. Keep them in your club, because then you're good to complete it or sell those players. There's no harm in doing that as well. But for your bigger investments, it's all about that hype. Anyway, guys, going to end the video there. So a nice, short, little marquee matchup video again. I hope you guys are still enjoying these. A lot of you are saying you're making insane amounts of coins from it, more than I'm making. So I'm making the videos and I'm doing something wrong here, clearly. If you are enjoying the content, though, make sure you drop a like, comment down below with any games you think I might have missed or how you guys got on last week. Subscribe if you're new, if you don't mind, obviously. And follow me on my Twitter, which is in the description. And pinned to the top of that, we have got a Discord server with over 2,000 people on. And it's just constant trading advice,